Here's Chapter 6 of Chocolate Lab, all washed up. It's no big deal, Grandpa kneels alongside the stream that runs behind our yard. He scrubs my ruffled shirt back and forth over a wooden washboard. These clothes were made to take a beating. Most colonial folks only had two outfits, one for work and one for Sunday. Clothes needed washing all the time. Since he helped us clean the chocolate disaster, the least we can do is help Grandpa wash the clothes he bought for us. He tosses me a hunk of soap. Coco leaps at it as though it's a frisbee. He lands in the stream and begins splashing through the water and chomping at the droplets midair. Mom would be yelling for the dog to get out of the muddy water, but I figure this might be his last chance to play in the stream. Ever. If Coco wants to get muddy, that's fine by me. Try to scrub out the stains in those stockings, Grandpa tells me. Hannah and I edge closer to the stream. I sit on a rock and begin working on cleaning an outfit I don't even want. Maybe I can scrub them to shreds. Who travels with a washboard in their car? Hannah whispers to me as she piles the rest of the clothing at my feet. Next thing you know, we'll be making candles from animal fat instead of flicking on the lights. Or churning butter instead of opening up the refrigerator, I say. These are some stubborn stains, Grandpa says. I'm not sure if he hears what Hannah and I are saying, but he makes like he doesn't. Legend has it that George Washington insisted chocolate be given to every officer during the Revolution, he says. Really? Hannah says. After the colonists dumped all the tea in the Boston Harbor, they needed something else to drink. I thought they drank coffee, I say. That's what Mr. Hatchett told us in social studies. They did, Grandpa said. Coffee wasn't taxed the same way tea was, but neither was chocolate. And back then, chocolate was popular. Everyone wanted it. Everyone wants it now, Hannah says. Not enough people, I say, thinking about our shop. Grandpa looks at the sudsy circles spreading into the stream. Once the bubbles drift from the shore, current sweeps them away in the thin white streaks. Back then, people thought chocolate had all sorts of uses, he said. It kept you healthy and awake. It even made women fall in love with you. Like a love potion, Hannah asks. Grandpa smiles, just like a love potion. That can't be true, Hannah says. We own a chocolate shop and no girl will come within 100 yards of Mason. My face gets steamy. Officers drink hot chocolate and chocolate wine, Grandpa says. He plants his hands on his hips like he's thinking about chocolate wine, but I can tell he's resting his back from all the bent-over scrubbing. Hannah wrinkles her nose. Chocolate wine sounds gross. I'm glad you think so, Grandpa says. I look across the stream at the rundown mill. In school, we learned that the mill is the oldest building in town. That's saying a lot because all the buildings around here are old, even our house. Dad says the mill is a historical landmark, but no one has the money to restore it. Now the roof is caving in and the water wheel is mostly rotted away. I even heard giant rats live in there. But there is something worse than an old, rotting away, rat-filled mill across the stream. Alan Crunkle is sitting over there, the biggest rat of them all. What in the world are you doing? He calls over. We're washing clothes the old-fashioned way, Grandpa says to him. Why don't you come over and help out? Alan makes a crooked question mark with his face and laughs. My face gets steamier than before. No thanks, Alan says. He pulls out his phone and holds it up. But I think I'll take a photo to share with our class. Real, authentic, old-fashioned clothes washing. Classic. Classic it is, Grandpa says, standing proudly beside his washboard. I look down and grit my teeth. If face steaminess had a dial, by now mine would be turned all the way up. Then I hear a huge splash. I look up to see Coco standing on the stream bank where Alan Kunkel had been seconds ago. My dog's tongue is dangling from his mouth, and he's giving me a proud look. Alan's sitting waist deep in the stream with a growly scowl on his face. The soapy water from Grandpa's washboard rushes over his legs. Hannah bursts out laughing. I was wrong, she says. Doing laundry in the stream is a lot of fun. That dog, Alan says, holding his cell phone high above his head. That dog attacked me. Oh, honey. Grandpa says, that dog was only trying to be friendly. Now come over here and give us a hand. Alan lifts himself out of the water. Giving you a hand is the last thing I'd ever do. He scrambles up the bank and disappears around the old mill. Grandpa leans over his washboard and gets back to work on my ruffled shirt. I'm not sure who that boy is, he says, but he has some serious issues. You don't know the half of it, I say.